And welcome back everybody, Sive Morten is here with the Forex Peace Army.com. Let's take a look again on the gold market on Friday. And on the weekend actually we talked about a few different patterns that might be forming on the gold market. The first one is based on engulfing pattern, although on weekend we said that the chances are not really high that it will work, just because of the performance that we saw in the intraday charts. Still, relation and ratio between the potential risk and reward was very attractive, and in the cash size the risk was also small, so we also discussed this potential trade. But currently with this recent performance you can see that actually, as we said, it's high chances that it probably will not work, and that actually has happened. So you can see the market just moved above the top of the engulfing pattern, erasing it. The reason why we thought so, that actually it might happen just because our major target, guys. If you remember, 41.20 was our major all-time gold market target, and now we could say it's officially has been completed. Many times we tell that when the market stands very close to such a big target, it usually tends to complete it before showing any response. Now we could say that officially is done. So market also climbed to overbought area on the daily chart. It's already overbought in a lot of time frames, but now it also overbought on the daily and shows the minor response in the kind of the shooting star, but it's still a question where market will close today, where this pattern will be formed. So in fact, on the daily chart we do not have a lot of things to do. In fact, if you take a look on the intraday charts, we could currently consider only some minor scalp trading stops. On the 4-time frame chart, actually this trading stops absolutely similar to our previous trade that we have taken since this upper tendency started. So it was already 4 times when we trade the same similar stops, when after the thrusting action we'll take in position at the support and out somewhere in the top. Somebody of you I know holding these positions, but anyway, setups was repeating again and again. Once again, here it also is repeating. We have great thrusting action to the upside, 30% retracement. Unfortunately, we have missed particular points when the market touched the 40.90 support, but this trade is still stands in progress, so it is not completed yet. If you take a look at the hourly chart, you could see that its minimum target stands around 41.45. Maybe market will try to move slightly higher, we will see, but this is minimum target. Here's the performance that we had. But show you on the 4-time frame chart, probably, or maybe on hourly chart, probably on hourly chart. Remember what we talked about this action. So this was in the weekend. Yes, indeed, response to the 40.15 resistance area has happened a few times. So here was some pullbacks from this level. But then we said keep in mind, if market moved to the 14.30, it means that no retracement will happen. And indeed, that has been confirmed immediately. Market returns will pick up here. Although we talked about reverse head and shoulders, so we thought it might be some pullback, some retracement. But you can see it hasn't happened, and market just kept creeping higher immediately. So bullish setup has been realized, but unfortunately on Monday we haven't got any retracement to take the position on the good price and a good possession. Now this upward action is done, and we trade absolutely different scenario. So what could be done here? If you drop your time frame more on the 5-minute chart, for example, you could see that here we have kind of the maybe hand and shoulders or something. So if you actually, the potential here is not really too big. So you can see that market already stands on the halfway to the target. So it's choices up to you whether to take part in this trade or not. But if you still will decide to do this, and probably you could drop your time frame, watch for some minor pullback here, some retracement down, maybe 41.10 area, maybe 41.12, somewhere into these levels, and think about the position taken for a possible upward continuation. That's the only trade that I see today on the table. On the daily chart, we still need to get some clarity before make the decision. So we need to understand the scale of the reaction on the target, whether market is ready to start major reaction, or some deep downside action, some big bearish patterns on top, or it will still flirt around it, will return back and forming no patterns, which tells us that probably it's too early to make some decisions and trades on a daily chart. It's too few time passed since the market just completed this target. We need to see what will happen. And we do not have any patterns yet here. So it means that the only thing that we could trade stands on the intraday charts, and outside of this momentum trade, bread and butter trade that we have here, I see nothing else. So maybe tomorrow we will get something. Let's see.